Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Copy MTDX.
Hey everybody, here we have an HP Envy x360 laptop in for service. The reason why it's in for service is because of a complaint regarding an error message regarding the fan. So what happens with this laptop is when you go to start it, the fan does not spin up and you receive an error message in the BIOS letting you know of the situation. So we'll go ahead and recreate it here. So you can see there it's saying the system fan is not working properly. So I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to close a couple of doors here so that way you can hear this thing better. Because when it starts, you'll hear a few faint clicks, which tells me the fan is trying to run, but it can't get started. So we'll do this again. This time I'll position the camera right next to the fan and just have a listen. So there's a few faint clicks there. I'm not sure if you can hear that or not, but there's a few faint clicks. So we're going to have to open this up and investigate what's going on. See if the fan has seized, or maybe there's something stuck in the fan. Not sure. Okay, so first thing we gotta do is we're going to have to take these little feet off of here that they put on. These are like what you normally find on like furniture, but they had stuck these on there, I guess, as a way to lift the laptop off of the table or whatever, because the original rubber feet are gone. My guess is this laptop has been worked on before. Yeah, I tell you, these feet are really on there. So I'll put those off to the side. That way we can reinstall them later once this thing is fixed up. So I'm not sure if it's ever been worked on before, actually. Well, I can't say this. The box for it is actually with it, and it has a Worst by Meek Squad sticker on it. So apparently the geeks have had their hands on this thing before for some reason. I don't know. So the story is the owner took this machine to a different computer shop, or probably Best Buy. I don't know. Got a quote of over $200 to replace the fan. So we're going to see if it's actually a bad fan, or if maybe it's just something stuck in the fan preventing it from running. Because these newer laptops are so freaking small. Okay, so we got the bottom off. Alright, let's see what's going on with this fan. Fan did seem a little tight there. It was a little bit tight at first. Maybe it just needs some oil. Since we got the bottom off, and we can... Yeah, since we got the bottom taken loose, should be able to try to start it. It may not start up without the lid being open. Alright, let's see here. Give it a shot. Okay, the fan actually worked there, and it started right up. It's actually booting into Windows. Okay, so we know the fan is not bad. That's definitely a good thing. Alright, so I gotta shut this down since the machine wanted to start right up. Is this touchscreen? Why, yes it is. So the fan, I think the fan made us had a little bit of dust in it. Alright, it just shut off. Okay, so I'm going to take this battery loose, that way it won't start back up by itself. Don't think my screwdriver goes that small. Have to use the old manual screwdriver for this one. So this laptop, by the way, is from 2019. I'm going to take that fan loose and see if it can be oiled. Maybe that's all it is. Probably just need to clean everything up really good. So, as I mentioned, the customer was quoted over $200 to replace a fan. However, as I kind of suspected, the fan is not actually bad. Either it's got some dust in it or it just needs a little bit of lube. I'll be honest, guys, I miss the good old days when laptop batteries were external to the computer. But you're not going to get a super thin laptop like this with 18650s, which is why we have these newer LiPo pouch cells, which, sad to say, I think are more susceptible to blowing up than traditional batteries. Got one more screw there. Not that it happens often, it's just I've just never really liked LiPo batteries. Alright, let's take this battery loose. At least it does have the same kind of connector as like a typical laptop battery pack from the good old days. No stupid ribbon connector to take loose. I will give HP a thumbs up there. Alright, now we got the battery taken out. Let's go ahead and take this fan loose. So somebody in the HP factory might have gotten a little overzealous when they tightened that last screw. Because we just know nobody else will ever take that screw out. Alright, that screwdriver got it pretty good. Alright, let's take this fan loose. And what do you know, there is a hair inside there. Not sure if the hair was why this wouldn't spin. Yeah, there was a hair. To be honest, that fan does not need to be lubed, I don't think. It seems to be spinning just fine. But I'm going to check it anyway. See if we can get that out of there. It's well, we'll just leave it in place. Because I tell you, these surface mount connections, they are subject to breaking. I think in the past I have had to fix one before where the connector actually broke off. So we'll see if this fan can be serviced. Maybe. Actually, I'm going to take that as a no. But there definitely was something in there stopping it from spinning. Because it seemed kind of tight there for just a second, but then it spun up. Once I gave it a little bit of help. Well, actually, no. Actually, take it back. I didn't. I tried spinning it myself, and it was tight there for a second, and then it spun perfectly fine. I mean it. So I think what I'm going to do, since the fan is spinning fine now, I'm going to put this back together. But while I'm at it, let's go and get documentation of that fan. That way I can get a replacement part if need be. Just wanted to get that HP spare number off there. Alright, so I'm going to put this back together. Throw it back together, send it back to the customer. And if it seizes up, quits working again, we'll change it. Okay, so we're going to put this bottom piece back on. Just checking that fan one more time. It's not spinning freely. Don't be like me and miss this screw right here. There was a screw right there, blended right in with the rest of the laptop. Pulled this little brass threaded piece out, so I had to get the screw out and stick that back in and get it glued back into place. So the glue has had a couple minutes to set. Also replaced the freaking teeny tiny Torx bit screw with a Phillips head screw. That way, whoever opens up this computer next ain't gotta freaking go digging to find a little tiny Torx bit screw head, when they could just use the Phillips head that they use to take the rest of the screws out. I'll tell you what, guys, the lovely engineers at Hewlett Packard Company. That one fits. Okay. I'm going to put the rest of these screws back in. Yeah, I think somebody's been in this machine before for something. I can't be 100% certain on that, but I mean, why else would the original rubber feet that covered all these screws be pretty much ripped away? I don't know. But I do think whoever the customer took this laptop to probably didn't even bother to actually open up the machine and check the actual fan to see if it was really seized, or just jump to the conclusion that the fan was bad. So it'll be going back to its owner, and we'll just see how it goes. Actually, I do think it was just something stuck in the fan preventing it from spinning. Okay, so go ahead and give it a try. Looks like the thing's been dropped a handful of times. I saw a couple of nice little dents in it. Alright, so not gonna be able to show everything on the screen because there was some personal stuff on the desktop, so I'll go ahead and witness it starting up, and it should run the fan and everything. So apparently this laptop relies on the primary battery to act as a CMOS battery. I didn't see a CMOS battery in there, but we didn't get an error message regarding the fan. So it's booting up now. So I guess what it'll do is it will pick up the time from the internet. Windows will set the time. Okay, I can't even show the desktop on this thing because there's so much stuff on there that I really wouldn't advise putting on a laptop. But you may be able to hear the fan is working. Little stream of warm air coming out the side of it there. So yeah, apparently that's all it was. I mean, we'll know for sure sooner or later. I do want to say it was a hair that got stuck in that thing just right to where it snagged the fan and wouldn't allow it to spin, or at least it wouldn't allow it to spin in the power on self test. So due to personal files being on the desktop of this machine, I cannot display the desktop. So this is all I can really show you. This machine, it's got Windows 10 on it. It actually meets Microsoft's Elite Class minimum requirements for Windows 11, so theoretically they could put Windows 11 on if they wanted to. It's got a 10th gen Intel i5. So the key thing is the fan is working now. No fan error message when you boot the machine up. I just gotta hook this thing up to the internet, that way it'll sync up the current time, because apparently, like I mentioned, this laptop seems to maybe use the primary battery as its quote-unquote CMOS battery. I mean, this laptop is a 2019 laptop. It's simply, in my opinion, too new for a traditional CR2032 cell to go bad, or whatever cell they use for the CMOS battery in some of these machines. But the fan is working. So anyways, again, this person got quoted either $200 or $300 to replace a fan that, from my findings, doesn't need replacing. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that wraps up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to CubeComputer channel, and be sure to tick the bell, that way you get notified of new video posts. Also, I recommend following CubeComputer Company on Facebook. A link is in the video description. In addition to computer tech videos, I have a second channel, CubeCompMTDX. Links are available at the end of this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching and your support.